Hey guys, welcome to Bar Z. My name's Stan, and welcome to your invitation to the 2018 Bar Z Summer Bash. Now, I've got a lot of frequently asked questions I put down here, and I'm going to try to answer all your questions in this one video, all in one fell swoop, get you registered and get everything set up. First of all, this is last year's bash folder. Got pretty thick, and we're just getting started this year. There's 2018, still pretty thin, so we still got a lot of work to do to bring this thing together. Okay, so let's start off with the history behind the Summer Bash. Bar Z has put on an annual event. This is our 22nd annual Summer Bash. In the beginning, we did it for friends, family, and close customers. Just bring them all together and celebrate summer, first weekend of summer. So that was the history of it. For the last 3 years, we rolled the YouTube crowd into it, which it's actually a pretty good fit. You know, I haven't had any problems. You know, my customers are in here mixed in with you guys, and it's okay. So this year, our motto is what happens at the bash stays at the bash. All our artwork, the t-shirts, the banners, all the stuff you see was done by James Harrell Design. I'm going to go ahead and throw up the artwork for this year. This year is a Vegas theme. So what do you think of that? I loved it the minute I saw it. The Bar Z Summer Bash 2018 is brought to you by American Rotary. They're a very generous sponsor to our event, and they really help us put this on. First of all, when is it? It's going to be June 23rd. That is a Saturday, and we have pre-events scheduled for June 22nd, which is a Friday. Where is it? It's in Rancho Cucamonga, California, about, I would say about 12 miles from the Ontario airport. Next up is hotel. Where can I stay? As usual, we did a group rate at the Residence Inn down in Ontario. It's pretty close to the airport. But not so much that you got to listen to airplanes all night. I went down there and checked out the rooms. Pretty nice. Group rate below. When they're sold out, and they go back up to the old price. But go ahead and book your room early, and it's a pretty darn good price for a darn nice room. Who is coming? Well, that's kind of a big one. I gotta switch lists here, and it's going to coincide with everyone on the board up there. And let's put that one away. Who is coming? These are going to be all your guest hosts. Mr. Keith Rucker from VintageMachinery.org is going to be here. He's always fun to hang out with. Ray Goff, he's actually a maybe. He said he might not make it, so he's got a channel called Razorworks. Mr. Tom Zlickman is going to be here from Inspiration Metalworks. He's the one running our podcast. And he's does such a wonderful job with that. He's got some new equipment to play with this year, so hopefully the live feed will get a little better than last year. You know, it was pretty good last year, but there's always room for improvement, and we thank Tom for all his hard work. Jim Bollinger is going to be here. He's bringing Lincoln Electric with him, and he's going to be putting on a TIG welding for beginners seminar, and we'll talk more about that later. Mr. Ray Canelia from Ray's Garage with his beautiful daughter, Jen. Jen runs our registration, and Ray just kind of wanders around aimlessly. Mr. Michael Wiggins from Backyard Machine Shop. If you don't follow him, you should. He does some very nice restorations and things on some vintage, borderline antique machinery. So, yeah, he's doing some good stuff over there. Mr. Bruce Witham from Gemtrek is going to be here, and he's going to be putting on our broken bolt extraction training the day of the event. More on that later. Mr. James Kilroy is going to be here from Kilroy is here. He's going to be here. James is going to be putting on our metrology challenge. So we call that the James Kilroy Challenge. Next up, Mr. Tom Lipton, the one and only Ox Tool. He's going to be putting on something to challenge you guys. We don't know what it is yet, but Tom's always got something up his sleeve to challenge you, and we look forward to that. So that's going to be dubbed the Tom Lipton Challenge. Mr. Herb Blair is going to be here, all the way from the great country of Texas. Next up is James Green. He's going to be here. He's Eagle Dust-Off. He's coming from New Mexico. Andrew Podaka is making the long trip all the way up from Corona, which isn't far. Anyways, Andrew Podaka is going to be here. If you don't follow the Tool Miser, check him out. Andrew's a super cool guy. He's going to probably be bouncing back and forth between the swap meet and running sound. He supplies us with the PA system there. Miss Emma Ritson from Emma's Spare Room Machine Shop is going to be here, all the way from Australia. Chuck Bomarito. What event would be complete without Chuck from Outside Screwball? We always look forward to seeing Chuck, and he's always welcome here. Brad Jacob, formerly the Basement Shop Guy, now Maple Lane Machine Tool and Die and Rigging and Trucking Company. Next one up, this is a new face. Jimmy DeResta is coming out. I have never met him, so I'm really looking forward to meeting Jimmy. Some of you guys that follow the makers groups are very familiar with Jimmy DeResta. Some of you that aren't, go check out his channel. He's got a ton of subs, so go check him out and see what he's up to. Next up, Randy Richard from Randy Richard in the Shop. He's going to be up to his usual antics, just mingling, but he is supplying us with some of his shop-made tools, his dovetail cutters and his scribes, those beautiful scribes he makes. So we always look forward to seeing Randy. Oh, I almost forgot. Speaking of Randy Richard, you know, this is stuff that these guys make from the heart. I was talking to Keith Finner, and he said, hey, how about I make you up some T-slot cleaners to give out to the guys? I go, oh, that sounds great. Because I'll make them 3/8 and 1/2 inch, you know, make them double-sided so they fit 2 sizes of T-slots. I go, that's a great idea. He goes, hey, why don't I engrave them? See if we can get the light to catch that. It says, get her done at Barzy Summer Bash 2018 on one side. And then on the other side, we've got Keith Finner's YouTube handle. And we threw them in the oven and put a blue oxide on them, ran them up to about 480 and got them nice and blue. And so they're oiled and ready to go. So we've got these available at the bash. So pretty cool. These are coming up on Keith Finner's website. If you follow his website, start looking for these. These are going to be a limited edition. So pretty cool. You know, just the fact that Mr. Finner made these, he touched every one of these things and made them for us. So real special thing to have. Gary Cube's coming, and more importantly, he's bringing his dad, Butch. Those two are fun. Anyways, Tools for Machines. Go check them out, and we always look forward to seeing Gary. Another new face this year, Mr. R. Stephen Lang. I do not believe you were here last year. He's from Shark River Machine. Go check out his channel. But R. Stephen Lang's going to be here. What event would be complete without Dale Derry behind the mic? Good Lord. Give that man a camera and a microphone. He's good for hours. Dale Derry from Metal Tips and Tricks, but also known as Build Something Cool, and his lovely wife Jennifer will be here. A couple other new faces. Steve Barton from Solid Rock Machine is going to be here. Man after my own heart. We exchange comments and things quite often, so go check him out. He does some pretty cool stuff. Always fun to watch him. Last on my list, but you know, this list might still grow. It's still early. Joe Piesinski. If you don't watch his channel, Advanced Innovations, go check him out. Great teacher. Got a really cool style. He starts off in the shop at the whiteboard, and then moves out to a machine and follows up, and then sometimes he takes it back to the whiteboard. So he's got a really good style of teaching. Very clear, very concise, very easy to follow. So those are all our guest hosts this year. So that answers who is coming. Next question, what's with the swap meet? Okay, now the swap meet is behind the shop. We set up, we've got a couple of big enclosed tents we're gonna set up. We're gonna provide tables here, whatever you wanna sell, tooling, small machinery stuff, you know, anything you wanna sell that's shop related, bring it on out and set it up. I recommend if you have a lot of stuff to set up, you show up the day ahead of time. We're going to be here setting up anyways. Go ahead and swing by, set up your table, throw a tarp over the whole thing, and it'll be here when you get here the day of the event. If you would like to mail your stuff ahead, make sure you send me an email so I know it's coming, but put your own name on it, care of Bar Z Industrial Swap Meet. And I won't even open the box, but it'll have your name on it, and I'll just set it out with the swap meet stuff. When you get here, you can open your own box, and there you go. You've got stuff you can sell, trade, whatever. The swap meet is all trades and sales are to be very straightforward and very forthcoming for all known defects. You know, don't bring your junk here to sell and try to pawn it off. Make sure your stuff is in good working order, or if it is broken, let your prospective buyer know that. Next up, what are the events? The day of the event, we have Jim Bollinger, TIG Welding for Beginners. We talked about that. No need to sign up. You can just show up the day of the event, and I think he's probably going to do 2 classes. If he fills the morning class, he'll usually roll it over into an afternoon class. You know, if we just run out of chairs and room for him to do his thing. But it's a pretty laid back class, information rich. Jim's a great teacher. So if you want to learn more about TIG welding, Jim Bollinger's the man to go to. Next up is Bruce Witham and his broken bolt extraction training. You know, these 2 training classes are probably going to run in tandem. So if you miss one, there's a chance you can catch the other one and kind of dovetail them in there. But check with those gentlemen when you get here, the day of the event, and find out what time they're going to be doing their classes. And that way you can probably sit in on both of them. Also the day of the event is the James Kilroy Challenge, which includes a little bit of metrology. We're going to have the Tom Lipton Challenge, which we don't know what Tom's got up his sleeve this year. He said, all I know is he said it's not going to be on the mill. That's all I know. And here's a fresh one, you know. Joe Piesinski is going to, he's going to host a challenge on the mill. So it's his first year of the bash, and he jumped right into the fray, and he's putting on a challenge. So the 3 of those gentlemen are putting on challenges for you. All 3 of those are what make up the Bar Z Challenge. And anyone that's ever won or seen the prizes that we give away know that it's really worth putting your best foot forward. There's some pretty outstanding prizes. All Industrial is providing us with some wonderful prizes for these events. Those are all the day of. Now let's talk about the pre-events. These are all going to be on the 22nd. This is Friday. Now all 3 of these events are going to be registration only. You know, if you're already a bash attendee, I need a separate email from you saying, hey, I want to come to this event the day before. We have Standridge Granite. We've got the quarry and the rough cutting area at 10 a.m. in Azusa, California. We have the calibration lab and the finish grinding area at 1 o'clock in Santa Fe Springs, California. Now these, we're going to provide shuttle from Bar Z, but the shuttle is not going to come back here in between tours. The morning tour and the afternoon tour are running back to back. We're going to get you fed in between, and there's no time to get back here to Bar Z. So you're going to go do your morning stop, go out and eat lunch, and you're going to do your afternoon stop. So basically your Friday is full if you get into this tour. That is for Standridge Granite, people that take care of us here with the surface plates. The next is PTC Instruments. Now, you're going to be on your own to get to this one. They're way over in West LA, which is quite a ways from here. It's probably about 65 miles from Bar Z. PTC Instruments has granted us about 10 people to go on a shop tour there with your host, John Marcus. This is not to be missed. If you can in any way swing this, this is a great tour. I've been to John's shop, and it's just outstanding, the stuff he makes, and I thoroughly enjoyed my trip to John's place. Okay, next up, right here at Bar Z, Friday, we have surface grinding, a surface grinding class, and it's not going to be hands-on running a surface grinder. It's going to be more whiteboard work, have some tools out on the table, talk about techniques and wheels and different things. And I'm not going to say it's for beginners, but we do ask that you at least own a surface grinder and have a little bit of experience under your belt for the surface grinding. And we don't know who's teaching that yet. It's either going to be Tom Lipton or myself, but someone's going to teach surface grinding. Actually, we have one more, last up. This is the Sam Maloof residence. I'll throw a link to Sam Maloof residence down in the down underneath, and he was a famous woodworking artist guy since has passed. His grounds, his estate, his original workshop are right here in Rancho Cucamonga, and they have tours. Now, last year we tried this. We need to get 20 people together to make this tour happen. Last year we didn't cut it. We didn't get the 20 people, so we couldn't get in. But they're not going to open for us unless we get the 20. If you're interested in the Sam Maloof residence tour, we'll try to get them to open up for us on Friday. Send me a separate email and say, hey, you know, I want to get in here with 3 people or 4 people or however many's in your party. Okay, but I'm going to collect names for that. Let's go back up here. What are the events? What's for lunch? What's for lunch, man? We're hungry. Famous Dave's barbecue. We're going to do the same thing. Dave's has always been really good to us. They come in quickly. They set up quickly. They clean up quickly. They serve us quickly. Everybody puts the feed bag on all at once. I don't think I heard a single complaint out of anyone. So it'll be ribs, chicken, cornbread, coleslaw, beans, things like that. Next up, how much does it cost? $30 a head. Your entrance fee covers your lunch and drinks all day. Drinks are provided for you all day long. So really nothing else for you to bring or buy, you know. So that's what your cover charge covers. What is the Bar Z Challenge? We already got through that. What is the email for registration? All right. This is separate from my general dump email. I have a separate email just for Summer Bash. The email address is summerbash@barzindustrial.com. Okay? What I need to know from you, and this will get all your paperwork started, I need to know you and your guests' full names. You know, your first name, your last name, and you know how many's in your party, and all their names. We're going to be pre-printing badges this year, so I need to know all your guests' names. Pre-events, we did those. Who are your sponsors? That's a big one too. I got to go to another list. Now this is still pretty early, so some emails I haven't got back yet. But so far, Niagara Tool is sending us raffle prizes, as well as the Bar Z Challenge are going to be giving us prizes for the Bar Z Challenge. American Rotary, major contributor to the bash. I mean, everyone should just at least go over and say thank you to Chris over at American Rotary. He'll be here. Walk up and shake his hand. You know, there's a good possibility the bash wouldn't happen without him. Drill Hog. You've got some nice drill bits and things like that we've gotten in the past from Drill Hog. lifetime warranty. They made wonderful raffle prizes. Precision Matthews. I just talked to Matt the other day. We don't know what we're doing, but we're doing something. Last year we gave away kind of a little mini mill. He's thinking he's going to send another machine over, so there's going to be a machine here probably up for grabs. MR Tool, Mark Ratowski. This is the gentleman that fixes all your little indicators and things like that. I actually sent him some vintage indicators, but nice, and he's fixing them up and sending them back, and we're giving them away. So your vintage indicator will be in good working order when you win it at the raffle, and we thank Mark for that. James Harrell Design, like I said, all the banner artwork, all the t-shirt artwork, all the lanyard stuff, you know, anything you see, the stickers, anything you see related to the bash, this guy did it, and we thank James Harrell for all his hard work. Oh, Fireball Tool. Jason over at Fireball said he's going to get involved this year. Anyone that knows Fireball knows they make those wonderful welding clamping squares and things, but he's got some new products coming out, mainly for the fab shop type stuff, but Fireball Tool will be here. Big Gator Tools is going to be here. They make those wonderful little V-blocks, drilling blocks, tapping blocks, metric, SAE, all the different things. All Industrial Tool, they've, you know, the Barzy Challenge is brought to you by All Industrial. These guys just give us all these wonderful prizes to give away to these 3 events, and just a solid prize package. I mean, anyone that's seen it, or maybe some of you guys that won it last year, know what kind of stuff we were giving away. Noga. I was talking to Avi over there at Noga. He's sending out some door prizes as well as some raffle prizes for us to give away. Everybody loves Noga. Engineer's Black Book. Reen Rapp's going to be here. If you don't already have an Engineer's Black Book, this little fella right here. If you don't already have that, you need to get your hands on one. There's going to be some for sale here. There's going to be some on the raffle table here. So there's a good chance you'll walk away with a black book if you show up to the bash. Lincoln Electric. What did they give us? You know, they gave us Jim Bollinger. And whatever other things Jim's going to scrape up on the way by. But Lincoln Electric is kind enough to send us paperwork, documentation, and things like that Jim Bollinger needs to run his class. So just a wonderful thing they do for us. Empire Abrasives. Last year, if you attended last year, you know a lot of the cut-off wheels and flap discs and things like that from Empire. They're sending that to us again. Standards Granite. Event support, giving us those wonderful tours for the surface plate. Just those guys over there are awesome. PTC Instruments. John over there has given us a nice shop tour for one thing, but the other thing is his model number 316, I believe it is, his portable hardness tester. Great little unit. I've got one here. I love the thing. So John's given us one of those for the raffle. ZT Fabrication. Paul Breininger makes prefab welding carts. He's got a welded together type welding cart. He's got another one that converts the lower rollaways, like the big box store rollaways from Depot and Lowe's, into a welding cart. So he's got these kits to kind of convert a rollaway into a very nice welding cart, as well as some other accessories for your shop. Go check out ZT Fab. Bob's Flags and Banners. He's giving us our event banners for this year. The big banner behind Dale Dairy. He's always good for a very nice banner. Check out the quality on these things when you're up close to them. It's just outstanding. And any other little banners you see around here, the chances are they came from Bob. All right, so that's our sponsors. Let's move on to, let's see what's next. Sorry guys, I know this is running long. What are the specials running now? Okay, you want to know who's got specials running. ZT Fabrication, I just mentioned them. They've got a discount code at checkout. Bar Z18 is their checkout code. American Rotary has a discount code. Also, Bar Z18, all in caps. These are case sensitive little buggers. So all in caps get you a discount over at American Rotary on checkout. What other specials are running? Well, American Rotary's giving away an AI series phase converter, rotary phase converter. Link below. Go enter to win that. All Industrial, they're giving away a very nice 3D printer. And it's your choice. You can win a $2,000 shopping spree over at All Industrial, or you could win this 3D printer. Link below. Make sure you register to both of these guys to get on their mailing list. You need to use the proper email address, or we can't find you when it's time to claim to declare a winner. All right, so that's all the links I have right now for sponsors that have programs running right now. But a couple of really nice giveaways. Oh, I mean, the American Rotary and the All Industrial are outstanding. Next up is, where do I park? You know, everyone's been so good every year, and we realize that parking is an issue here. But we've got it licked. You know, we use the front street, the back street, the back of my place, the back of my neighbor's place, the horse arena down the street, and then we've got a courtesy shuttle that runs people back and forth. If you are in a late arrival and you cannot find a parking spot, there is going to be one spot left open out front. This includes everyone with a handicap placard. Pull up out front. We've got a shuttle. We'll run your car somewhere for you and park it for you, or we'll follow you over and bring you back in the shuttle. But we will find you a place to park, and that is mainly for late arrivals. That's the only issues we had. Anytime after about 10 or 11 is when we started running into problems. All right, so parking's not a big deal. All right, so you've got all your information you need. There's going to be more included in your event package that you get back after you email me with all your guest names and things like that. There's going to be more information provided to you with days and some of the events that we already know the times. It's still early in the game. I'm going to do some more update videos later, but you know, there's a lot to do on this. The last question is, and I'm going to address this question, and then we're going to call it. I know that we're probably running long here. You're going to ask, how can I help? Well, there's two ways that we're raising money for the bash. I just took a new shipment of Anchor Lube. So from now until bash time, all Anchor Lube sales proceeds go straight towards the bash. And there's a link below, but what we're including with those, I'm trying to get these in frame here. There we go. The regular channel stickers, which is the blue oval, but we've got the event specific stickers, and that's going to be included with your Anchor Lube order. So that's going to be the only way you're going to get your hands on one of these. So we've got, these are, I'm doing this from memory. I think these are 2 for $20 delivered. So continental United States, 2 for $20. I think these are 2 for $30 for the 16 ounce. It's not, these aren't that much. It's just the shipping that tears you up. So both ways, if this is something you're going to buy anyways, get your stickers with it. And thank you for supporting the bash. Also, we have t-shirts up. We've got t-shirts, long sleeve tees, short sleeve tees, high visibility, the dark, the navy and the dark colors for all you shop rats, so you hide all your oil and stuff. We've got ladies tees, we've got tote bags and coffee mugs, all kinds of stuff. I've got a little store set up over on Teespring. I've been getting it ready for the event, and link below to my store. But go check that out. That's got everything for the 2018 bash, and it's even got some retro stuff from 2017 and 2016. So if you missed out on the a few years back and you still want to get your hands on one, you can still get your hands on one. And all those proceeds are going to help support the event. All right, and I thank everyone for their support. But I'd love for you to come out. All right, send me an email. We'll get you started. Thanks for watching.